All right, so I'm going to heal all your trauma, all your narcissistic abuse, all your past trauma, abuse, bad habits, everything. I'm going to tell you how to heal it right now. You can't live in the past. That's number one. The past is over. You can only live in the now and make some decisions for the future. The guy took his Trump sign off his van. He's in bitterness. He's mad at Trump. He's bitter. He's letting the system program him. See, he's letting the news. So anyway, here's how to heal all your. Here's how to heal all your stuff. What time is it? It's probably, looking at the sun, it's probably 11 o'clock on a Sunday, the 13th or something. So you got tangled up, strings and nets and bands, and you're wondering how to get out of it. I'm going to tell you to get out of it just like that. The past, gone, just like that. The entanglements, just like that. You ready? I was listening to one of the narcissistic teachers online, and he pretty much sat down and said, here's the way to heal. And when he said it, it's like, yeah, you're actually already healed. You just don't know it. You're already free. You just don't know it. But he said something. I can add to his comment, but he said, you don't need to study about psychopaths and sociopaths and the problems and what kind of problems they had or what issues they're dealing with. It's good to know that stuff. It's good to know if somebody's lying to you, cheating. Life's given you enough. I'm adding to his stuff. I'll tell you what he said in just a second. Life's got enough object lessons to teach you what you need to do, right? If you really want to escape something, that's just a mind game, really. Here's what he said. He said, just go live your life. Do what you enjoy. Find the job you enjoy. Find the hobbies and the patterns that you want to set, and just live your life. You can't fix them. Only God can fix them. Now that's what he said. Just go live your life. That's your solution. Now I'm going to add to that. Just like when somebody dies, right? Does that person who's dead think about you? They're in the grave. Now, if they went to heaven, they might know about you. But just say they're dead and they're gone. Do they think about you? No. Does the narcissist think about you? No. Does the sociopath think about you? No. If they thought about you, they'd be right here with you. They'd be walking the path with you. They'd be telling you the truth. They wouldn't have secrets. They wouldn't be playing these mind games. They wouldn't be... See, they're not happy. So they want you down in their little pity party. And they want you to go down with the ship with them. Like this person here. I don't know if it looks like a woman. I don't know who that is. But they're just taking care of a little garden. I mean, look at that little piddly little yard. But they're having fun in it, right? I mean, I wouldn't waste my time on that. But she does. She enjoys it. It's her little domain, right? Find your thing and do it. Find your calling. Find what you like to do and do it. And if they don't want to come alongside of you and be real, let them go. And one of the things in one of his videos is you got to be real. You got to be real with yourself first and real with others. And if they're not real with you, don't be pulled into their little... See, as you grow and mature, you're growing and maturing because of Christ in you. Some people stagnate and they love the pity party. They love the attention. They love the focus. They love the confusion, and they love the drama. And if you step back, if you're not, especially if it's the past, okay, so the past is like a ghost, right? It always tries to come back. And if you try to go back to that ghost image that's not even real, God's not letting you go back because He's got a plan for you to move you forward. And when you finally wake up, like I said, if somebody's on the deathbed, yeah, you can hold their hand, but they made their life choices. My dad drank himself to death. They made their choice. Because he drank himself to death, do you think I should be over there following his footsteps or being all upset about that reality that's gone? No. Brother, sister, mom, dad, cousin, friend, ex-wife, lover, whatever. If they choose to live in the dark side, it's their choice. They chose that. You don't have to go down with them. They're not happy. They're miserable. They're actually, what I've learned lately, is they're going to project onto you the fear. They're going to project onto you the fear that they have because of the situation they were in before. They're going to project it onto you and think you're just like that situation. Especially if they're still in a situation. I could talk about that for an hour. When they start projecting onto you that you're abusive or you're mean or you're this or you're this or you're this, it's something in their past. It's not you. It's something in them. They're projecting a fake reality to get you to step into that delusional world that they're living in. And when you start to see like one red flag, it's time to back up and say, no, you're the one that yelled at me. I didn't yell. I just made a comment. I thought it was simple, but you got all bent out of shape over something, Walk away while you still got the chance, because they're trying to put an identity on you that's not even you. They don't even know you, especially if it's online. I mean, you could be living in the same house. I've experienced it, sleeping in the same bed, because their cognitive abilities or their spiritual abilities can't hear what you're saying. They project. It don't even have to be spiritual. They project onto you what's in them. And if people don't wake up to that, because what you would do if it was a real communication marriage, somebody says something, and you say, okay, let me understand. Before you jump to conclusions, you say, okay, where are you saying that from? What is the meaning behind why you're saying that? What it feels like you're saying is it feels like you're attacking me. But is that what's going on? No, I'm not attacking you at all. I'm just telling you my perspective based on this. Okay. Well, it felt like an attack. Well, maybe, how can I say it different so it doesn't feel like an attack? See, that's real communication, people. It's not throwing a fit, screaming, yelling, throwing stuff, pouting, crying like a little baby. It's none of that. I don't know how I got sidetracked on that. But anyway, that was a side note. And, I heard them kids over there. The guy was on the porch and the woman came out and said something. He walked in. I could see where the kids would say something and the man says, give me that. Says something that seems rude to the wife, and she watches him if he's rude to one of the kids or something. In her perspective, why are you rude to them? You're always doing that. You always say that. Instead of doing that, instead of just jumping to just say it, can we talk in the other room? Why would you do that in front of the kids, you know? Can we talk in the other room? But maybe the kids need that. They need to see that. Maybe the kids need to see that life is not always some pretty picture. Long story short, you don't have to believe what I'm saying, but here's what I'm about all that. But here's what I'm saying. This will solve all your problems. You want to be healed from narcissistic abuse or psychological abuse or sociopathic abuse or childhood trauma, or cut them off and go live your life. If it's a pattern you can't handle, you don't like, and you don't want to deal with, cut them off and go live your life. Be happy. Yeah, there's always forgiveness, but there has to be a serious talk, to sit down and talk and start working, and knowing that that pattern is there. Knowing that that pattern keeps repeating, you have to sit down and talk and say, okay, we're going to sit down and fix this, period, you know. But a lot of people, they run to their pastor, or they run to their friend, or they have these little secret relationships, which is another form of emotional, that's an emotional adultery, or whatever you want to call it, emotional affair, you know. If you're having an emotional affair, it's already over. I mean, really. If it got to that point, I'd say it's pretty much over. Because especially if it's been somebody's been in emotional affairs with this one, it's a long-term thing, it's over. It's completely over. Usually if there's emotional affairs, there's probably been a physical one, and it's over. No doubt about it. Because two people should be growing together. Like I say, if they're quantum connected, they should be growing together. The sad part is you had this situation. Let's say there's a woman that was in an abusive situation, and she goes over to this one. She's going to project what she experienced here, unless she gets healed, onto this other person. Same with the man. Same with the man. He was married to a selfish, narcissistic person. He marries this other woman, and he expects her. He was triggered by, or trauma abused by those narcissistic, selfish things. He goes to this one, and he's starting to see selfishness, and he goes kind of crazy. But there's nobody perfect, so you have to talk about it, communicate. Y'all already know everything I'm saying. You already know. So like he said, if you really want to heal from everything, just go live your life. And if you fall back, just because you fell back, you might have fell back for a month or 2 or 3 or whatever. It's not who you are. Go back to who you were. Go ride your bike. Go walk around the block. Go do something you enjoy. That person was never there for you anyway. The draw, I guess, one of the biggest draws of people is they want somebody that they can fellowship with, really. Whether it's a marriage or a friendship or whatever. They're looking for somebody to fellowship with, but really, people die. You have to learn, if somebody, let's say you are married to somebody that you were really perfectly related to, the dream life. Well, they're going to die. And you can either stay in the room, be depressed, or you can find something you enjoy doing. Live your life. You can either live your life or go find a bottle and drink your sorrows away. It'll just make it worse. You don't have to. I'm not a psychologist. I'm just telling you what will set you free. Something he said just like clicked, and I realized that's the secret to everything. Whether you can see it or not, it don't really matter. I see it, and I'm just passing it on. The secret to healing from anything is get up. The righteous fall 7 times, but they get back up. Get up. Don't look back there. Look up there and just live. Do what you enjoy doing. Pay your bills. Go to work. Find your hobbies. Set you some goals, some visions. If anybody wants to go with you, hallelujah. If they don't want to go with you, they have a right for their freedom of choice, their free will. They can go live their life. It's easy. It's really easy. So if you are doing it or they're doing it, somebody's trying to entangle you into a bunch of webs that you shouldn't even be in. Just cut all the web, call all the strings, go live your life. Especially if somebody's entangled in strings with a bunch of other people. If they're trying to entangle you into an unhealthy situation, you better bet your bottom dollar they're entangled in other unhealthy situations, and that's what's familiar to them, so they want to make you into that familiar spirit. Because all they've known their whole life is unhealthy. They've only known unhealthy. And they're still unhealthy because the secrets and the communication styles, it's all real. It's all right in front of you. If they're in an unhealthy situation, do you really think that they can just jump to health? No, it's a progress. It's a process. Can you help them? Maybe at a certain point, but if it's total darkness and you're trying to reach your hand down there, you're going to get bit. You can pull them out a little bit and then run and let them go through some cycles, and then they'll show back up. You could reach in and pull them out a little bit, but you better run because what you're doing is creating a trauma bond. You might reach down there and pull them out a little bit and then run and hide. 6 months later, they show back up, and have they done any improvement? Don't look, no, it's the same stuff. They just keep going through the same cycles. Reach in, try, throw a few words, throw some wisdom, throw some truth, grab a hand. First time you grab the hand, grab a finger, try to pull them up out of the darkness or the miry clay, and they keep, it's like the zombie reaching up to grab you. Run. Go away for 6 months, focus on yourself. Don't waste too much time because they will pull you down into that mud hole. Why do you want me to be in the mud hole with you? I want you to get out of the mud hole because that's all you know. That's all you've seen. That's all you've ever experienced is the mud hole, the flat tire. All you know is flat tires. You're driving your little ship, your little body ship down the road with a flat tire, and somebody who has no flat tires, they're trying to say, come out of here. No, let me pop your tire so you can have a flat tire so you can be down here with me. If you really love me, you would pop all your tires and have a flat tire, and because I got flat tires, you would come down here and be in the miry clay, stuck in the mud with me. No, if I really love you, I'm going to keep my tires inflated and I'm going to keep rolling down to my destiny. And every once in a while, I'll come back and say, oh, you need some help? Because you don't want them to kill herself. But even then, if you go back too much, you create a bond, a trauma bond that's not even love, it's fake reality. I'm speaking in generic terms, but you can apply it to your situation because it's all a fractal truth anyway. That car don't have a flat tire, does it? No. Well, if one's going down here has a flat tire, the rims get ready to get busted and their whole car's getting ready to go in the ditch, and they're going to be in the ditch crying, and so you help them out of the ditch. Well, if you help me out of the ditch, can you also help me put my flat tire on? Can you pay for my rim that I destroyed? Can you come down here with me and stick with me for 6 months till I can vampire off of your success, your health, your freedom, and then so you want to take away my peace and my freedom to pull you back into the miry clay, and then you want to project onto me what's in you when you're the one acting crazy? I don't think so. I don't think so. Life's too short. Life is a vapor. Life is too short to be stuck in a ditch somewhere with somebody who loves the ditch. They love the ditch. Let them stay. Let them be. If they love the ditch, let them stay in the ditch. If you go over there and you say, I'll pull you out of the ditch. No, I don't want to be pulled out of the ditch. Can you sit here with me for a while? Yeah, I'll sit here with you for 2 hours. All right, so what are you going to do? I don't know what I'm going to do. Don't you plan? I don't have no plan. It's their fault that I'm in the ditch. Well, did they put you in the ditch? Yeah, they put me in the ditch. Well, just get out of the ditch. I don't want to leave the ditch. Well, I'm getting ready to leave. Well, if you leave, bye then. If you leave, bye then. Don't come back. Okay, I'm not coming back, but you'll be back. Stay in the ditch. I don't care. You'll eventually get tired of the ditch. You might have to hit rock. You might have to get down in a deep ditch, hit rock bottom, but eventually you'll say, I'm done. I'm tired of the ditch. And eventually you'll wake up and those people all those people you're friends with, and they're all in the ditch, in the dark side. You'll eventually say, they never helped me out of the ditch, but such and such was helping me out of the ditch. Maybe they did love me. Maybe they did care. Maybe they did want to see me be healthy, wealthy, and wise. I don't care. Even if it's your kids, I don't care. Once they hit a certain age, maybe you put the patterns on them, and it's your fault. But you sit down and say, look, I know I had patterns and I did things. If you need to go to counseling, I'll pay for it. But I'm not going to enable your bad behavior anymore. And so part of this, I take part of the responsibility. I take part of the fault by the way I was raised, you. But here are the tools, and go get healthy. Because even the kids will pull you down in the ditch. Kids, friends, co-workers, family. Renters. Neighbors. I've seen it my whole life. People are stuck in a ditch and they want you to come down and play in the pig pen with them. So let's say you go down in the pig pen with them for a day or two or whatever. You might even marry one of them, and they want to keep you in it. They want to pull you deeper down into the delusions. And you're saying, I don't think so. Well, I only cheated one time. I only went out to the bar and got drunk one time. Why are you back? One time means it's a pattern. There needs to be consistent behavior over a period of time. Only texted them one time. Look at my phone, see? What about these secret apps you got going on? Which I don't even care anymore. I'm just throwing stuff out there. I can imagine what people are going through. I'm not even connected to this place anymore. This place is, most people are in the flesh mind, and they think somebody else is going to make them whole. To be honest with you, everything you face off with is a stepping stone for your wholeness, whether it's a marriage or whether it's kids or whether it's a job. Those things all come to an end. So when they're all gone, they're all dead and gone, they've left your little experience, your little storyline, they're all dead and gone. What were they? They were stepping stones to move you to wholeness. Did they matter? Yeah, that soul mattered before God. Hopefully they got saved. In 100 years, will any of this matter? No. When there's a quantum break because a bad agreement was broken, a covenant or a expected covenant, or it's just let's say it's just a friendship. You expect people to act in a certain healthy way, right? And so when they start crossing boundaries and they break these barriers that they shouldn't have broke. Let's say it's a friend and all they did is just they started lying or something. Lying about stuff, you know? You're like, I thought we were friends. Why are you lying about this stuff? What are you doing? You need some help or something? Notice you lying. And you call them out on it. And they keep lying. Say, I can't be your friend anymore. I'm sorry, because you're just a liar. You don't have to tell them. You just walk away. Go live your life. If they want to live in lies, go ahead. They want to live in fake reality. If they want to live in a painted face reality, go ahead. If they don't want to be real, let them go. If they can't deal with your truth, it makes them mad. If your truth triggers them and it's absolute truth based on the Bible and it upsets them, instead of them falling down on their face and getting saved, let them go. That Uber ride, that girl about 6 months ago got my phone number. She started texting me, and it was always negative. I said, I'm telling you how to escape it. Start doing some meditation. Cut off the noise. I'm afraid to meditate. You're doing it anyway. What are you talking about? You're afraid to meditate. You can't help people. They come to you like they want help, but they have an ulterior motive. They don't want to be helped. They want to be pitied. They want you in the pity party. So, I don't know. Last week, I think, she sent a text or something. I don't remember when it was. I don't care. I said, go, because you're depressed or something. Go eat some new food, go walk around the block, get you a new vision, write down some goals, and go for it.